perceptions. We've got truth in our possession. No room for doubt, no time to waste. It's time to put flat earth in its place.
Welcome everybody to Tuesday night. I'm your host MC Toon, and we're in for quite a show tonight. I hope you're ready. I got this is going to be a clip of an interaction that happened in Punta Arenas on our trip to Antarctica in December. So I was specifically challenged by Austin. He's like, he guaranteed that I would never play it. Well, I'm about to play it. So it is, I'm queuing it up a little bit. This is not, for reference, this is not the one he did not want me to play. I agreed, and you'll hear me agree in this, to not play that one. In fact, that's the first thing that Austin will be speaking about. So did he double dog dare me? He did not. Anyway, so for the background, yes, I have the wall up, I have the shelves up, and right up, I'm like just right off screen, it's unfinished. So there's a few things up there. I've got some more shelves coming, and they'll be off screen, but it'll be for storage and stuff. And I was just talking today with Leslie Rohrer, and another one, Fan Op, is talking about putting lights. So I'm going to do something to have lights up there. In the meantime, I've got right over here there's a closet there off on this side of the room. And what I did is I pointed a very bright light into the closet, so it gets a little bit of diffuse lighting over there. That's how fancy I am. I did send, so a few different people have talked about the lights. It's gonna be a big project. So, anyway, so I need to grab, it's not quite done yet. So anyway, people have been asking, when's the top left video? So the process is, and DP Debunks, for example, he didn't quite know the process. He's not been around a super long time. So, Craig and I will upload the videos on our channel. We will publish them at the same time. All of the videos is about 8. And then people will be able to vote. You can vote on top left. So first, the nominations, the nomination stream that we did a while ago, we tallied all of the people that nominated. And so each nomination counts for 10 votes. So the ones with bigger nominations automatically get a little bit of a head start. Then, but it's not, it doesn't add a lot to the total. The main voting is through views. A thumbs up is 10 votes and a view is 1 vote. And you can view multiple times. So you can go view every single video, right? You'll want to watch them all. And then you can give a thumbs up to the one you like the best. And that's a great way to vote. And if you want, then you can then view additional times. But I think YouTube only lets you view once a day for the tally. Anyway, we do not, we hide the number of, I think the thumbs up we can view, or we can hide, or the views, one or the other we can hide. And so we hide that so that the final tally isn't known. And then on the final day, maybe April 1st or around there, we do it. Yeah, McKeegan's video. Low, Dave, shame on you playing that card there. Oh, you'll know, you'll see it when he does it. Anyway, so let me look again. I forgot what day of the week April 1st was, because what better day to announce it? The problem is that it's going to go live on the 19th, so I won't even give 2 weeks of time to vote. April 1st is a Tuesday, so we might let it go a little longer. just, so that we don't, hamper. I don't know. 2 weeks, is maybe enough time anyway. So anyway, that's what we'll do there. Fakatzoid's video does get some references to 11 frames a few times. Where's Wally Made It? It's really good. Really, really good. I've not watched all of them yet. I have watched the one from Where's Wally made the one for Fakatzoid. It's actually for his whole crew, but really for Katzoid. And I've not watched the one on Dave Kane, some /Sav. I've not watched the one on Nico yet, but I did watch the one that Dave sent for me. Oh, jeez. So, all right, let me get this out of the way here. There it is. Okay, so it's converted. So I had to download the video again. So what I did is I downloaded it to my laptop, and then I didn't let my laptop sync the file to Dropbox, so I don't have it on my computer here. So I had to re-download it. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna first show you the thing where Austin is basically challenging me to play it. So you'll also hear in this at 22:41, you'll also hear me agree to some specific things about the trip and about filming, and I've kept my part of the trip. So it's going to, you'll hear some of the background about why I've published what I've published. So, all right, there we go. 22:21. What did I say? Oh, 22:21. All right. So this was an interview with all three of them. Austin, there's 4 flat earthers, but with Austin, Lisbeth, and Jaren before Jaren exited flat earth. But I think this particular video was maybe a pivot point for Jaren. He kind of got tired of the crap, I think, is what I think. So anyway, here is the video on Kingdom in Context, where he's interviewing the three of them. Of course, Witsit is the one that's doing most of the talking. So here we go.
We know the truth. You overlook something, we'll just let you know when you're there. By the way, actually, you can't record us, right? And so that's what we were going to do. And we actually were cool. We were like, let's not kill the vibes of the first dinner. So we didn't say anything because our original
kill the vibes of the first dinner. So when they showed up for the first dinner, I had the camera out already, and so did Jonathan. Right, Jonathan's filming for the documentary, so of course, yeah.
The original plan was as soon as we get there, like, yo, can't record. So we actually sat there, let them record, eat the first dinner, just not to like bring this kind of tense thing up in the beginning. But Darren and I knew the whole time we were covered, and that's why when people would ask me, wait, what about my tune? He's telling his people they're donating because they think he's gonna be able to film you and document you the whole time. And I would just say, like, stay McTuned.
Stay McTuned. Oh, that's so cute.
No.
Yeah, I saw his broadcast walking around Punta Arenas after you guys had your blowout over this issue, and he looked pretty deflated.
No.
And I thought it was hilarious. His normal bravado was.
Yeah, and like, look, dude, that is the part of the story that no one knows yet. And I don't necessarily have to give all the details right now or anything. They will come out, and it was recorded.
Today's the day.
And
it got pretty heated. It was even Austin said we're out of the trip. While we were there, we quit.
So you guys threatened to not go down to Antarctica because it seemed like a violation of the contract. How did Duffy handle that? How did Will Duffy?
Well, he's the guy that tried to bluff us and say, well, you guys can just not go. And I said, sounds.
So you'll see this happen. I want you to pay attention. We'll get through what the outcome was and listen very closely right now to what Austin claims the outcome was.
Good. We just won't go. Like, fine, we'll stay here.
Fine. Just stick one of those.
Sounds good. And then, of course, they walked it back, and he walked it back, and it's.
Oh, they walked it back. we walked what back? We'll find out, won't we?
I'll give a little bit of the details. It's recorded, and McToon recorded. I guarantee you he won't release it, but
today's the day I'm going to release it.
It just is what it is. I was like, here's the deal. Like, McToon thought he was coming here, getting one over on us, and that we overlooked something. He was going to get to record us when he knew that was the number one thing that we wanted to avoid the whole time.
Now, imagine for a second, if you will, the news coming back from from the trip. Yeah, we were in Punta Arenas. There was they said Austin's like, you can't record me, and then Austin says, well, if you don't, then I'm not going. I'm gonna take all my toys and go home. And Will is like, okay. And imagine the feedback from that. Imagine the absolute train wreck of PR that would have been for Flat Earthers. Not a good look that would have been. So anyway, and Will is in the chat right now. He says, I wasn't bluffing. No, he wasn't. Will is like me. I don't play poker because I can't bluff. And I don't know if Will plays poker or not, but that guy don't bluff. When Jaron said, I don't want to go alone, I want another Flat Earther, can Austin come with? And Will said, okay. He wasn't bluffing. He's like, I'll make it work. He figured it out. So absolutely. All right, let's see.
Just on his face, that's like deceptive, dishonest, manipulative, whatever. But we were a few steps ahead of him, and we knew that he would probably do that, but that he couldn't. And so now we're revealing it to you, and that it just is what it is. You've already signed the contract, and Duffy's kind of like acting like this is out of nowhere, and I'm like, dude, this guy's a sociopath who has signed me consecutively for years.
Oh my gosh, the buffering. The buffering is happening again. Oh, right here. Let me see if this. I paused something. Let's see if that fixes it.
Talked about my wife, talked about my children, constantly lies about me, gets called out for it, doubled down on it, blah blah blah. I just said everything. I'm like, he said that people should have their children taken away for being a flat earther, and then Duffy's like,
well, and all we were trying to do too.
All right, so. Yeah, I know I'm lagging. I could restart the stream. Man, I might just have to cancel restream. Like, get a refund, because that sucks. Let me look here. Let me just check a thing here. Like, I'm not downloading anything. I got nothing going. So. No, Brenda, I did not do that. Let's see here. So monitor incoming. Okay, so here's all right. It was good, and then hit something. So, all right. We'll see if we can keep going.
Show it.
We were just
show me that. I've never seen that.
Oh, all right, sorry. All right, so there is the intro. Here's the video that I recorded in the ALE office. So you can see here is we've got Austin, Jaron. In the background, you got John Marindi, or Marinade, as he talks about. If you leave this, if you let the autocorrect have its way, and then he's talking with the one guy that came with us, and then you got Critical Think and Lisbeth there. There's a couple other people walking around that I'll tell you about as they kind of kick around. So here's this full video that I have right here. I re-render just this section here. I will link it in the description before the end of this video here, so you can Austin's like, I guarantee he won't publish it. You can download your own copy. So
So I'm confused. You can find a case from a kid about me.
I'll criticize him to his face right now.
I'm sure there's something children taken away from me.
Show that.
All right, is that coming through? Because the audio isn't awesome, I know, but can you hear the audio? Like, did you hear what Austin was just saying there? So I can boost their levels a little bit if it's working.
Okay, I'm out. So I have to pull this up. Explain to me though real quick. I don't understand what you're saying.
You are changing our agreement.
What is our agreement then? Tell me our agreement.
That you guys get final edit before we publish it.
Okay.
That's it. That's perfect. It says I can't film.
We don't have to with him who's still do. So with you, with John, with Mark, we have the same agreement.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. This was for the people who are not under the agreement that we signed.
Yeah. Hold on. What are you pointing?
Totally ditching clutter. What's it? What's your so it's almost every video.
So if they think you're ditching fire,
No, he knows.
well, hold on. They might think you are. They're just making.
So Austin here is complaining about the videos I've done where I have identified that he is talking about geocentrism, globe geocentrism, where number one, the Earth is a globe. Number two, the sun is 150 million kilometers away. Number three, the stars are very distant. The solar system is, all these distances are as the heliocentric model says, as the Copernican model says, but there's just a different movement pattern. That had been what he did for most of the year 2024. And so I did a bunch of videos pointing that out and saying, hey, Austin is ditching flat Earth. And then he's like, yeah, no, I'm not. So that he's whining about it.
Yeah, predictions.
No, that's not.
People call me Satan and I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I don't know why it bothers you if you think you're ditching fire.
Because he's here.
Okay.
And right now he's filming me. So. We do come about like if you yes. Unless trying to think of it was if Dave Weiss was here and he was filming you and
What about, I don't understand the queer.
he obsessively makes content about me.
Yeah, but are there any lies?
Yes.
Can I
Yes,
see one lie?
okay, sure.
He obsessively makes content about me. So what? Cry about it more, little boy.
He claims that I don't work and make my wife go out and work to support my family. Did you say that? Okay, you're gonna bet $15,000. That's right.
Doctor coming in here.
Okay.
Daughter is gonna be basement watching something.
Okay.
Till 1:30 one of the eclipses,
Okay.
and if you can yeah. So
Okay.
it starts at 1:30 here.
Okay. Cool.
That's set up.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna watch the eclipse tonight. So, all right. How you doing? You give me knuckles. Thanks. You have a good time?
Yeah, good.
Good. All right. I got the puppies. Thanks. Love you.
Me too.
All right.
So he'll lie right here. Now watch this. Let's move here. Right up here. I want to ask you too. Do you think that my children should be taken away from me because I believe in fire? Have you said that? Not in general. Have you said in general that somebody should have their kids taken away because they believe in fire?
I may have read super chats that said that.
Lie. But you never said that yourself.
I can't recall saying that.
So this is great. So Austin is saying that I've made blanket statements that all flat earthers' kids have been taken away, which I haven't said. You'll hear me talk about it in a minute here, what I specifically said. And so he's playing a clip from Robot Polisher, where Robot Polisher was found a clip where I was animated about some guy that was one of the golden ticket finalists, who his kid, he's divorced, and his wife is using this guy's wife is using his flat earth beliefs in court to suggest that he shouldn't get his kids back. And I'm like, dude, flat earth or kids, flat earth or kids. What do you pick? You pick kids. But no, he picks flat earth over kids. And I'm like, if that's your choice, then you are, what's wrong with you? That your priorities are way screwed up. And so I'm like, yeah, wife, keep doing that. If he can't make that super easy decision that kids are more important than flat earth, then obviously he's got some issues going on. Like it's all screwed up. It's all backwards. So that's the context of this. And then Robot Polisher is playing a little clip of that, and Austin's playing Robot Polisher's clip. Okay, so I don't know if that was pretty faint. That was my conversation with Joe Hill after I found out that he did tell Darth that so I gave a presentation at Will's church. Joe Hill was there. Joe Hill had a phone call with Flat Earth Dave, Darth, afterwards. Darth, in a video, said Joe told him that I did literal devil worship. That's what Darth said, and I did not think that Joe would have said that. I brought Joe on. Joe confirmed that he said something to that effect. I was upset, understandably, at Joe Hill for saying such ridiculous things about me. I've since published all of those, the entirety of the presentation I gave, and nobody could pinpoint any place where that happened. So anyway, that part is what we just heard now, and it might have been too faint for you to hear.
It's garbage. You're all losers.
And I'm saying, so in anger there, little bit much, I'll say. I said all flat earthers are losers, and I was generalizing and painting with a bit of a broad brush. Okay, so there's I'm explaining about the golden ticket finalist. Like I have the gain, so I have the gain turned way up so that I can really boost it, and then I have a limiter on it. So that's why you should be able to hear it.
It's a guy who was divorced. And his wife has used Twitter to keep his kids away from him. I would say it's one of the best
2017 clips.
Probably if the guy who chooses the culture for his kids, that he doesn't get to see his kids. Definitely. Yeah.
So Austin is playing this. What's the context to why he's playing that in this attempt to get these this extra agreement signed? And so we haven't even got to that part yet, so we will in a little bit about this, the contract that Austin once signed.
Don't let him see his kids. Ex-wife, keep it up. He should not be seeing them. He's in a cult.
Okay, so he didn't say anything about you.
You support that?
Well, hold on. Hold on, ready? You just said he said your kid should be taken away from him.
Oh, did I? Did he? So we can jump back right now. So I'm at 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Let's see what Austin said here at the beginning.
So that's if you dig a good piece from a potato, Bobby.
I'll criticize him to his face right now.
Here, let's listen again.
So that's if you dig a good piece from a potato, Bobby.
McToon about me.
I'll criticize him to his face right now.
I'm sure there's something children taken away from
Children taken away from flat earthers, right? Now, Austin started with talking about me like I was talking about him, and then pivoted, this is the bait and switch, to talking about somebody else that I was talking about having their children taken away from him, right? So this is the little deceptive thing. I forgot the name of that particular, it's not just bait and switch, there's a different name for it.
Hold on, ready? You just said he said your kid should be taken away from him. You just said that.
No, I didn't. I was
You said that too.
Did you
Okay,
take
hold on.
my case?
Hold on a second. I'm glad you showed me.
It's recorded.
Hold on. What did he just say in that video?
That there's an individual
Correct.
who is in a flat Earth, so he shouldn't have
No, he
kids.
doesn't. You don't know what you're talking about.
Just play it again.
Hold
Just
on.
play it
Listen.
again.
Can you listen to me right now?
I want to hear what.
I know the guy. He was a golden ticket person. I had a conversation with him. He's in a battle in court right now with his wife over his kids.
Yes.
And he's unwilling to give up flat Earth to get custody of them
So you're supporting.
in court.
So what you're saying, he has to give up an ideology
Listen.
to see his children.
Yeah.
He supports it.
You said your kid should.
I did not say that.
And do you want?
All right, so 349 is where we're at. We want to hear that. We'll play it again to see exactly the progress of what he said. And there's people talking at the same time, so it's a little bit difficult to pull it out.
So that's confused.
You can find a case from it about me?
I'll criticize him in his face right now.
So that's confused.
You can find a case from it about me?
So that's confused.
You can find a case from it about me?
See, I can't separate because Jaron and Austin are talking at the same time, so I'm missing a little bit of what he's saying there. But anyway, what McToon is saying about me. That's the last words that he said before I paused.
I'll criticize him in his face right now.
I'm sure there's something like children taken away from me.
Show that.
Children taken away from flat earthers, right? So McToon talking about me, mumble something, I don't know. Then children taken away from flat earthers. Not Austin, somebody else. So Icy Spin, I can give you, I think I have, yes, I'll grab the link to and I'll just send it to you and you can grab it right now. I'll send it to you on Discord. I don't want to publish it in general yet. So Icy Spin, here comes the where you at, Icy? There it is. Okay, I got it. Okay, there you go. Let's jump back to 349.
Children, if he supports it.
You said Toon said your kid should.
I did not say that.
And
Do you want to bet $15,000?
Okay, so what did you say? What did you say about Toon?
Said he has said many slanderous things about me for years, constantly make hit pieces. That's what I said. Then I said he also has said someone should have their children taken away because of flat earth. Never said he said that about me. Then I said he made the claim a lot that I don't work and I send my wife out of the house and make him support our whole family. He lied, saying he didn't say it, have it recorded. He said lies about me.
Let's stay with
3 years.
Stay with the kids and shit.
Yeah, he said that a human being shouldn't get to see their children.
If a guy goes to court and all he has to do is give up flat earth to get custody of his children, he should do that. That's what Toon is saying.
He said,
Yeah, that's what I said. Give up the ideology. Give up the flat earth cult. Get your kids. Yes.
Give it up, wife. He shouldn't get to see his kids.
If what I heard is if he's unwilling to give up the cult. That's what he said in the video clip you just played.
Flattered the cult and said that he should. How you feel about that guy?
And by the way, guys, this is just an opinion. Who cares about a stupid opinion?
I told you this.
What am I?
He defended you.
Hey guys, we all disagree. We all have differing opinions.
Would I ever say that you should have your kids taken away?
There's a difference. I don't care. Say it right now. I don't care.
But no,
just say it. I don't care.
You understand the point?
No, I don't.
The point is that we're dealing with someone who has no moral compass. And has lied about me for years.
You haven't shown me one lie yet.
Okay, I sent you.
Will is just knocking him out of the park over and over and over. Like, it started with he hit with Austin saying he lies about me, and Will's like, show it, and he can't. He doesn't, and Austin comes back around to he constantly makes lies about me, and Will's like, you didn't show me anything.
Receipts of his lies. He admitted on Discord 3 weeks ago he lied about me multiple times. He admitted it and apologized.
I told you about that. When I said.
All right, for reference, in the background here, we've got Kati, right here, Kati, and this is Carlos right here. And they were our liaisons to ALE. So we were communicating with these two all the time. Carlos was my liaison, and Kati was Will's, but we all had one or the other. So
there was a situation where these two were talking back and forth, accusing each other of lying, but Kuhn admitted to lying about Austin in a chat.
Okay, is this true?
I don't know the context.
Okay, so there was a situation where you were muting him during a debate. Then in a chat after in the comment section, people were saying it muted him, and you were saying, and he said, and you said no, you didn't. But then after you said that you did,
You said, prove it, you're lying, you didn't mute me.
right?
Yeah, so I did mute him in that debate.
You did
I
lie.
apologized.
You lied about muting me.
so this is so, like, he won't drop it. So a while ago, I hosted a debate and I muted Austin. I shouldn't have. I apologized to him on a Discord server, right? He tried to get on me and everything, and I apologized. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. What's he do? He won't let it go. Then he's making me apologize for not apologizing right, or something like that, right, on that Discord server. It was back in the fall, I suppose. And then I'm like, and I apologize for not apologizing for not apologizing right. Like, I'm like this apologizing, over and over again. Like, you gonna let it go or not? I mean, we just can't keep talking about it. But he's bringing it up. It's being brought up again. I know Jaron brought it up, but Austin, he's like laying into it again.
But then you did lie about him in a chat, saying that you didn't mute him when you said you knew you did.
To my memory,
Okay.
I said, show me the evidence for that.
Right.
Yeah. So when Austin was saying these things, I wasn't certain exactly what he was talking about. I'm like, instead of just having you say things, I said, send it to me. Give me the link. Give me the time code. Right. He didn't do that. I went and looked it up myself later.
And he did.
You said, no, I didn't, you're lying, that's why you can't show the evidence.
Okay, cool.
No, there's way worse ones.
What I'm saying is that did not happen.
There's way worse ones. We'll start with the way worse ones.
Right, and I want him to slander me. It's not complicated. There's nothing about this complicated. He makes a living off of slandering me.
Well, I make a living off of writing email filtering software. This is just bonus.
Most of his content is about me, bro.
I know, but slander is different than making content.
Okay, let's talk about slander. He took a screenshot out of Discord saying I don't work.
When do we make content?
I was saying no to a previous comment. He tactically edited a screenshot to make it look.
I didn't edit the screenshot. It was just, the timing was precious.
And said, no, I don't work. He wouldn't share it on Facebook. I dropped the full screenshot and said, Tony, you're lying. That no was to a previous comment, and that right under us that I run a couple businesses. How do I not work? And then he said, no, you didn't. You don't work. Hearted all the comments talking about it.
I didn't. I hearted the comments. All right, let's see. I don't know if I can. Do I have that screenshot of him, of what happened there? Right. I'll show it. It was, it was a while ago on Discord, so it's. If I don't have a screenshot, I'm not going to be able to pull it up. Let's see. I don't know if I have that. It was. The timing was just perfect, right? It was pretty funny. That's not it. I don't know. Am I going to be able to? See, I don't know exactly when it was. So it's a little bit difficult to find. All right. Well, I might not be able to get it. Let's see. I'll try just a little bit more here. Give me a second more. Man. All right. Yeah, we're too far back. Okay. So anyway, okay. This is all pretext. Oh yeah. What is all this pretext? This is pretext to, you see the papers that Jaron's holding there, and the paper that's on the, right down here on the chair. This is a copy of the contract that they wanted. That I think what has happened is Austin generated that and then was pressuring Jaren to have it get signed by everybody. So I think Austin's just kind of leveraging through Jaren here. That's what I think.
And then later when I called him out for it, he said, "Oh, it's a joke. It's a joke."
It was a joke. The timing was funny.
Yeah, right. No, it's called slander. That's not a joke. Okay? Now, technically, he's not legally liable if he admits later that he's lying.
Yeah, because Austin is legally adept.
Well, my point is, there's many situations for years where, even right now, he's saying, like, Austin knows the Earth's not flat. He's tricking all these people, and they're sheep. He's guiding them to the new chosen flow because that's the script, and his script is up, and he's a liar, and all this stuff. So, what do you think he's gonna?
Okay. Boy, was that foreshadowing? Oh my goodness! Have you seen Austin's content since TFE? He did after the trip. He did one live stream talking about the trip, and then he did another live stream like where he the title was "Turns Out the Earth's Not Flat," where he was just pulling the Bev thing. There's mountains and valleys. That's it. And in January he came back and was on Globebusters. Like, so he basically had kind of taken over Globebusters because Jaren was in charge of it before. And Austin then was kind of took it over. I think that was the plan, but it was a little bit of an abrupt thing. I think, I don't know exactly, but now I look back and I think it's been 4 weeks since he's been on there. So it's Alan and Shane and not a Dr. Zach. That's Globebusters now. Like who's left from a year ago? None of them were on a year ago. So I don't know where he is, but his grift off of Flat Earth has not been going well these last few months now. So, man, I guess this was right.
Do right now. So
well, hold on. You can't stop anybody from lying, right?
No, but
people are allowed to lie. They have the freedom to lie. Sure. So you can't stop them from lying.
What I can stop them from is filming me without my permission and putting me in hit pieces.
Especially on a trip that says that guests don't want to be filmed and don't have to be if they don't want to. So that's our position. Is okay. We do three people on a trip, but you're saying.
Here's what I think you guys should do.
Hold on. You're saying that you think that we came on this trip, and so we should give up our rights that the trip gives us because you paid for the first to come down.
He came in last minute.
How about this? Okay, you're wearing a body cam. He's wearing a body cam. You guys don't want to be filmed by him. Don't go by him. Someone doesn't want to be filmed by you. They shouldn't go by you.
Okay.
Look at that.
In the story.
And so
There's not a story. He's not allowed to use my likeness at all. So it's
Except just for reference, he did challenge me to post this video. So I took that as absolute permission to do this.
If it's a gentleman's agreement, that'd be great. But if it then, what happens if we have to get
Listen, you guys understand being conspiratorial, okay? So I'm going to tell you the conspiracy that this side feels.
Okay.
And that is, they're going to go try really hard to get a film with a 24-hour sun.
Yes.
And you're going to be in the background.
Okay.
And you guys are going to try to stop that video because of this. This would stop the video. You have to admit it. It would.
No.
Yes, it would. In a court of law,
What do you mean?
if it says you are not allowed to film us,
Okay, so we're going to rewrite it so that it's
Okay,
we're not
if you
talking
want to
about GB
rewrite
shots.
it.
We're not talking about GB shots. We're not talking about general shots. There's nothing.
All right. So for reference, there is a contract with ALE that each of us signs, several contracts, including a contract talking about filming and recording video. And it says things like overall shots, 3D shots, just, group shots. They're fine, but very specific stuff of filming other guests, you need their permission. Right? But if it's just a camera sitting out somewhere and somebody's walking around, that's not what it's talking about. Okay? So the contract from ALE is very specific about that. And so this is it's starts with that, but then it gets broader and more restrictive than that, and says that you can't do it at all. And so Will is sitting there because he's got John Morindi in the background there, right? Right here's John still, and he's paying John to record them specifically for the documentary. And that contract that's sitting down on that chair right there says they're not allowed to record them. That's what it says, because it's different than the contract with ALE. It's more broad, more powerful. So that's the issue. Of course, Will's like, I have no desire to sign that, because that's not the ALE contract that Will has with ALE, and that's not the contract that Will has with Austin and Jaron, and I don't know if Lisbeth was expecting this too. So this is a last minute change to the contract. So Will is like, I'm not having that.
You're right. If Tim looks down there, you know,
we're coming to film. Okay, so
if he takes a general shot of this and wants to say whatever he wants,
you just said that we would try to avoid the world seeing the 24-hour sun.
No. I said that's our fear.
We're going to film it too.
That's okay. We're allowed to have a fear.
But we have,
and we're not going to sign anything.
our fear is that
you're a preacher. So
Will has that school principal solving a conflict between 14-year-old girls vibe. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There you go.
You know he wants to make content specifically about us too, and how stupid we are that we came down here and we're wrong about the Earth. That is what he wants to do. Why?
The hit piece is the fact that there's a 24-hour sun. And the name and face of the flat earther there doesn't matter, right? And I mean, Jaron was awesome. Jaron was super awesome. You know, he got on camera there and he said, hey, you know, sometimes in life you're wrong, and I was wrong. And what a great story. What an absolute fantastic story arc Jaron made that out to be. And so the story is a wealthy pastor brings 4 flat earthers to Antarctica to see the 24-hour sun. One of the flat earthers says, turns out I was wrong, and you know, shortly after is no longer a flat earther. What happened to the other 3? It's not in the story. What's their names? Not in the story. What's their do we have pictures of them? Well, maybe they're in you know, this group shot here. It doesn't matter. The hit piece is the fact that the sun does 24 hours, circles for 24 hours. That's it. That's it. Look at the boot in the background. Oh my gosh.
Are we playing this game where you're gaslighting us? Like, that's not what he wants to do. He's done it for 4 years. This dude took every show I've ever done to make a music video of me cussing.
Oh! That's right, I did. Hold on a second. Let's just get a little bit of that. Why don't we?
I don't even cuss, bro. I don't even cuss, bro.
Stupid shit.
I don't even cuss, bro.
No, I don't even cuss in my freaking content. I don't even cuss, bro. That's what the fucking word means. Shit all over that. Shit all over that. Shit all over that. Crazy shit. Talk about gammas.
Yeah.
Dude, if you can go like a period of 2 days just like making shit up and
I don't even cuss, bro.
Talking shit to people, how my nuts taste, bro. How my nuts taste, gamma. And it was a shit show, bro. Like, oh shit. Oh shit. How my nuts taste, bro. How my nuts taste, gamma.
I don't even cuss, bro.
Stupid shit. You've said nothing but stupid shit. No, I don't even cuss in mine. Stupid shit. I don't even cuss, bro. Shit. That's what the fucking word means.
This is not an approved area. Would you like to move?
I'm glad he brought that up. Thanks for reminding me.
It's creepy level obsession. It's parasocial. I didn't agree for him to be going and he comes in last minute. I still try to...
I didn't agree for him to be going and he comes last minute. What a baby.
Be good faith and go. My one request since you first emailed me was I do not want to be put in a film without my permission. I do not want my likeness to be used without my permission because we are constantly misrepresented in hit pieces. For us to get down here and then be told, oh, well, you know, actually look, Toon, the guy who is the #1 guy who slanders you, is going to be in your face with a camera 24/7. You can do nothing about it.
I wasn't in his face 24/7. He was, I didn't care about him down there. He was just a lump. You remember, he was luggage.
He's going to say whatever he wants to about it. It is not in any way right. So we're not doing anything other than just asking. You already signed it. The reason Toon went around telling everyone, like, oh, we're going to be filming Jared, we didn't say anything because we knew you already signed it. So I don't know if you didn't read
it. Oh my gosh.
Toon's been telling his audience that he'll be there with cameras on six.
I didn't.
So, I mean,
I don't remember saying that at all. Like cameras in your face. No.
Have you told your audience you would be there to film us at every moment?
I certainly joke about things and use hyperbole, but no, I wasn't saying that I'm going to come and taunt you and...
No, you said you told your audience you're going to film us the whole time and that you're going to have body camera filming us the whole time.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So the answer was yes.
I'm assuming the foundation of how you want to read is because of what happened behind it. 100% right. With behind the curtains. I didn't have my own footage. Yeah, the problem was in those instances was the big hit piece got put out. So the version of events was different. What you had.
A little difficult to make out what Dave is saying here because the microphone is the camera's got the microphone and critical thinks in the way there. So
But let's say I could have footage. Okay. Do you think I could have combated what they did? Absolutely not. Well, Toon is no, but Toon could get promotion from who knows? Let's say he sells it to Netflix. Let's say
videos.
Well, yeah. So my point is,
you can review my debate and get more views than my debate.
Yeah. And he's like, you're propped up by the algorithm. No, I'm propped up by reality. That's what I'm propped up by. The reality is the Earth's a globe. And I've got evidence and Austin has nothing. So all of you, welcome to the propping up of the globe. Thank you very much for propping it up. I appreciate it. What do you want, donkey? He's poking. He's a poke. He like takes his nose and he pokes at you. You want people to see you? You want to get up here? He wants to go explore and roam. Here, come here, pup. My goodness, come on up. Let's just have you stand like this. There we go. Hello, Popper. Hello, good boy. Yeah. Oh, and now Penguin's like, hey, I get some attention too. Okay, fine. Here you go. Oh, good girl. They got baths today. They're not so smelly. There you go. But they're like underneath the desk trying to play under the desk. I'm like, no, don't play under the desk. There you go. Oh, there's no food on my face. What are you doing? Okay, thank you. Good boy. All right. Anyway, all right. Thank you to all you globe proppers. Propping up the globe.
My point is if you then got footage, if he spliced it together so that it really represents it, and you've got the lockdown from the whole time, you've got the wrong.
Well, we're censored and suppressed, and he's propped up by algorithms.
Which you know is true.
Like, especially you. If you were to say it, like, we could never get the time, I think you're less likely to do it, man.
I don't think
that's the point. I know he'll do it. I would bet my entire future net worth will do it.
Anyway, my point is that
he bet his entire future net worth on what? What is your entire future net worth, Austin? I don't know. I was on Social Blade the other day. It looks like a waterfall. So okay, can I give commentary on what Dave is saying? I can't quite make it out either. I think he's making the point that people are free to do whatever they want in videos, right? Yep, we can do whatever we want, and if you don't like it, go do your own version of it, right? Rebutting it, and if you can make a compelling point, and if you're correct, and you've got facts on your side, then awesome. Then that will be what you need. That will prove you out. But Austin doesn't have any of that, so he's like, oh, they're propped up. Like, reality props us up. That's all we need. So I think that's mainly his point.
Like, if he puts together something and then says completely misrepresents it.
If you put something together and it's a misrepresentation.
And you get the footage that's actually that conversation. What if he misrepresents us? Okay.
Yeah, and Dave says he'll call us. He'll call me out if I misrepresent. And yeah, Dave should. Dave will. Dave's good about that.
But what if he misrepresents us? He shows the event that really happens, but then misrepresents us.
It doesn't even matter. He's not allowed to be like, oh, let's first share his likes.
Austin thought that I was going to be doing that to him. Oh, you're so important, Austin.
None of that is happening.
He can't do it now because the ALE document that he's already
right. Which clearly everyone's comfortable because they didn't read it.
That's my point.
Nobody read it, but Austin read it because he's legally adept.
Really didn't know he had signed that. Why? His behavior so far has shown that he thinks he's going to be able to put that in my face.
He told his audience to be able to sell it.
And he's been telling his audience that, and they donated under that pretense.
I think people pay for his trip because they think he's going to come down here with cameras. That's why his bunch.
So he has to do it.
Okay, I've got two things.
But he has to do.
If you guys disagree, it's okay. I'm a very logical thinker, so I'm thinking through this logic. Two very important points. Number one, in my opinion, if a tune is going to lie about you guys, say you said something that you didn't say, it would be better if there was video footage showing that you didn't say it.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be good? Just to have the video of everything.
If he's just running it. Then if Toon says, "Oh, Jaron said this and Austin said this," show us the video, Toon. Well, and if he can't show it, then that's going to make him look bad. I'm just being logical.
There's nothing that looks bad in his audience.
He's still done it 100 times anyway.
I'm just being logical about it. If it were me, I would rather you and him have the same video and be like, I didn't say that, versus now Toon can say, Jaron and Austin said that they didn't want to be filmed, so I don't have this on film, but here's what they said.
Right. Everyone involved knows that's been our number one thing since the beginning. We actually took a last-minute curveball, and in good faith, like, yes, we will even.
So the last minute curveball he's talking about here. I was not going to go. And I didn't want to go and then it caused like Austin and Jaron or whoever to not go because I was going. Because I know I ruffle some feathers. But what had happened was Will had given them a deadline to sign the contract, and I had been thinking about trying to go. So Will had given them a deadline to sign the contract, and I'm like, well, if they don't sign by that deadline, then the reason for me to not go is gone because they missed the deadline. So I talked to Will and I said, hey, if they missed the deadline, what do you think? He's like, yeah. And so they had an evening. And then I got up the next morning and I sent a message to Will. I'm like, hey, did they sign? He goes, no, they didn't sign. I said, well, how about I go? Will's like, you bet. They didn't sign. We don't have a contract with them. They're past the deadline. Will gave them grace on the deadline, right? So in the end, they did go. But before they signed, I contacted Jaron. I said, Jaron, I'm thinking about that. I'm going to try to go. And I want you to know before you sign anything that I am intending to go, right? So I was in good faith letting him know. Like, I could have said nothing. I could have. Nothing required me to say a word to them, right? But I wanted Jaron to know, and I wanted Austin to know that they're signing a contract. They hadn't yet signed it. That the contract they're signing included that I would be going, right? And if they backed out, they would have backed out, right? There were others that could have come, right? Austin is not the main character in Flat Earth, so.
Even be part of a whole documentary as long as we get to see it before it's put out. That's another sign of good faith. He's not backing out when he came in last minute. Another sign of good faith. We're operating in good faith the whole time. But there's one person here who has notoriously slandered me that isn't even objected. It's not for debate. He's admitted to slandering me.
No, I haven't.
And we personally think that I was planning on going the whole time. Yeah, it's a sharp one.
Okay, so he definitely wasn't. He was certain that his wife would not want to, and when she said you can go, he was like, "Holy cow!" That was like at the very end. So he started fundraising. That's the truth.
Got this mug at the museum in Cleveland. It is an astronaut helmet, and on the back side there we've got NASA. Just thought I'd show you. So for reference, initially. I'm like, it's a big deal to go. And, I don't know if it would make sense. My wife and I were talking. And but as we were getting into August, late August, she's like, I don't know why you're not going. I'm like, oh, well, then maybe we'll think of it. So we talked about it. We looked into it and we like, well, it'll be a financial challenge. It will, Gotta put some stuff together. Gotta make, gotta burn 2 weeks of vacation time. Gotta, whole bunch of stuff. She has to take care of everything while I'm gone. I mean, it's a huge sacrifice for her. She was fantastic. She did, she tried to do like a surprise. She couldn't do a surprise, but, because I had to know about it, but she's going to do wanted a surprise party for me for the trip. She had some people come over from some friends and family, some people from church, to just, I talked about what we were doing there, and a couple of them, I contributed some money, and this was super cool. She commissioned some projects, like she knits and crochets, commissioned some projects for some people to help pay for it. So. All of that was her support. I mean, she's a huge support in this. So, couldn't have gone if she's like, I don't think you should, right. That wouldn't have worked. And so the fact that she came to me in August is like, yeah, how come you're not going? I think you should. So, anyway, so that's the how it came to be. Really, what triggered me. What flipped was I was mowing the lawn and I was listening to Will have a conversation with Hugh Jarse. And that conversation while I was mowing the lawn, I'm like, man, if I could go, maybe. And if I don't, well, man, I'll miss it. I don't. Anyway, that's what got me thinking about it. Because the whole time from when Will first told me back in either early April, late March, a year ago now, right? I'm like, it's not the cards for me. So so all of you, thank you so much for all the support you did. It made it happen. So it was fantastic. So, all right.
He said that he wasn't going to fund. He wasn't going to say that he was going because he didn't want it to affect her. Equestrian? Right? Which was good. Now it's about us.
Hold on. That's not true.
He didn't want to go because he thought it would deter us from going. So then we decided to go, and then she says, oh, I'm going to go.
No, and it's not Reese also said.
But just use like common sense.
All right, yeah. So here they're going over the sequence of events that I just covered in. They got past the deadline. I told Will, well, they're past the deadline, so I'm going to go.
He says he's not going to go because he thinks that will give us an excuse not to go and deter him. He's going to sit this one out. The second we agree to go, we're about to sign the contract.
No, they were after the deadline. It wasn't the second that they agreed to go.
I'm going.
I came in before you signed. And I messaged you.
But the story, the story was that you said that you had called Will and said, "Oh, so the guy didn't sign."
Because there was a deadline, and it was past that deadline.
Right. And then he said, "No, I'm still thinking about it. You know, they haven't decided." But then you said, "Why am I going to go?" And then he said, "Well, then you need to tell them before you."
Yep.
So that they know and they're not signing under false pretenses.
I thought it was good faith.
But it's in the contract.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's part, but that's good. So then we agree to go. We figure, okay, Tune's going to go, but he's going to have to abide by the same rules that we abide by, or the same guidelines that we abide by. And then we found out he was telling his audience that he's doing something, which told us he must not know what the alien guidelines is. Because he's actually saying in his videos that he's going to go against the alien guidelines. So we didn't know, what do we do? Do we wait till we're there to say, reminder, you signed already something that says you can't do what you're already claiming you're going to do. So we don't think that we have to worry about Dave. I have nothing. I don't have to worry about Dave.
Mark.
Or Mark. But we are worried this is going to be. It seems like Tune got funded because people want to put
Not just
Now, which of you that funded? You tell me the truth. Did you think that it was that you were funding so that I would stick the camera in their face? Just in the chat, let me know if you think so.
So if I have to go through and find examples that I can to show you that seems to be, so if Tune gets back with no footage, he will be looked down, it'll look back. Because he's already told his audience he will. So that's what we don't understand. Why is there an alien guideline that he's decided to supersede? Tell his audience, fund me so I can go do this. It's not going to do that.
You know, because it's like we're just based solely on ALE.
I think Tune should respect if you're going to be filmed or not.
Okay.
No question asked. That to me is like just standard.
Just a suggestion. We did now it's through like Wellington's reviews to they don't really have a season. Makes it clear to his audience before we go and that he won't be doing sports group. I think he's going to do this. That would be awesome. But I mean,
all right, let's get a little feedback here. We got so I asked the question: did anybody that helped fund me do it because you thought I was going to stick the camera in their faces? Red Cedar says no. M2M says no. Radium Soup says I funded you so you could have a blast for me by proxy. Thank you for that. I did have a blast. Big Fish V32 says no. Zuka says no. I thought it's to laugh at them on the inside. Rodman says no. We got, yeah. All right. Lisa says I funded to watch Witsit cry. There you go. You wouldn't have this. You wouldn't have this. And this is the meta about him getting filmed. Greg Edmonds says nope. Bob says no. Tiles says no. I don't see anybody really coming in and really saying that's it. So would have been very disappointed if that's all you'd done, says Liz K. M2M says I donated because I knew you would do some observations and experiments that predict the globe. Eric Burns says, for some reason, my telescope didn't have to keep object centered turned on when I set up for the time lapse of the eclipse. Why is that not on to start with the eclipse? What is that, Eric? That you should post in a telescope forum. Anyway, okay. So, yes, Subros. So Critical Think was on a pretty strict diet there. So he's great. Somebody said he was smuggling in a globe under his shirt. Oh my gosh. Critical Think is the best. Don't you diss him. He's the best.
Rather than signing contracts and things like that.
What's the contention? So if it was verbatim what's in there?
Well, Tune says, because he's saying it's already there, he's signed.
The difference is it's not signed with us.
But what I mean is, what if Tune basically into his audience what the ALE guidelines are? That's not what Bill enforced it, that's what he's already agreed to. ALE say that so that he made it clear for saying that you can get footage that you will be appearing in, but he's not going to show your cameras in your faces and marking your face.
Yeah, so if you missed that, Dave's talking about, you're going to get footage, you're going to be in footage, you know, of overview footage, but not sticking the camera in your face. Yep.
It's not identifiable.
Well, no, I mean, I think you can see, oh, there's Sharon and Austin standing over there. It's a fight.
But we're not lying about being here or something, right? So, I mean,
I'm just trying to find something because I'm just trying to find an amicable. I can understand your concerns. And I know he's said stuff sarcastically at times. The basic to make you review so I'm just trying to, if that's what you're doing, is you will say he's come down on the pretense that that's going to be different. We feel like there's something now to make it clear to his audience that they have an expectation that he's going to be different.
Can someone articulate the actual concern if we were to have the verbatim ALE guideline reiterated, but he signed it with both of us signing it?
Yeah. All right, so this is the crux of what Austin wants here. He wants the ALE contract that I already signed with ALE to be signed with him. But that contract there sitting out down on the down here, that's not the ALE contract. That's the ALE contract with some extra stuff.
What's the negative?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a negative too. What I'm saying is that
I agree. I agree. But I just want to say, you can see how if it's refused, it's very suspect.
Right, but they haven't refused it. They haven't refused the. So let's write that.
Do you understand? So I agree. So he obviously didn't read it.
Whether he's read it or not, that's his issue.
I read it.
The guidelines are there publicly for all to see. So he can then be able to say, I agree, these are the ALE guidelines. This is what I have now.
Do you see why we want another one written with us? Because we are relying solely on ALE enforcing that.
It's Christian. Right, let's say that he does.
So here's where the legally adept Witsit isn't so legally adept, maybe. Okay, so Icy Spin has a DM, potentially the link there. So let me look here. So is that okay? I'm going to download that. So as I download it, comment. Okay. This I think is critical. I'm not legally adept, but my non-legally adept analysis of it is thus. I have a contract with ALE that says that I will not film other guests without their permission. And Austin just said that they would have to rely on ALE to enforce it. Right? So he's saying that if I filmed a guest against their will, that guest couldn't do anything. That guest would have to have ALE do the suing. That's what Austin just said. Right? That's my take on it. Let's review and see and you can all see if that is what you think he said. But let me see if I have that the download complete yet. Okay. Is it this is just that short part at the beginning, is it? Okay. So it's not the whole thing.
Or something. And then we say, hey, ALE, you said that you're going to do this. What is ALE going to do? It's not this ALE. No, it's you with them. Yes. He has signed an agreement with ALE. Right. He's going on that trip. Right. He's not going to anybody straight there.
So you're right.
All right, so let's back up here again to hear what Austin thought would have to happen.
He obviously didn't read it.
Whether he's read it or not, that's his issue. The guidelines are there publicly for all to see. So he can then be able to say, I agree, these are the ALE guidelines. This is what I have now.
Do you see why we want another one written with us? Because we are relying solely on ALE enforcing that.
It's Christian. Right, let's say that he does come out with something.
We are relying solely on ALE enforcing that.
And we say, hey, ALE, you said that you're going to do this. What is ALE going to do? It's not this ALE. No, it's you with them. Yes. He has signed an agreement with ALE. Right. He's going on that trip. Right. He's not going to anybody straight there.
So you're right. You're technically you can use that.
That is then, if he then publishes something after the fact.
Okay, so Yeah, sorry, the audio, I mean, there's only so much I can do with the audio. I'm not too good at it, cleaning it up. All I did, I went into Final Cut. I dropped in the voiceover effect and re-rendered it. That was it. But I have forgotten, I'm sorry. When you're watching Witsit videos, you got to make sure you have proper protection. Don't want to get spit in your face. So just keep it handy in case it gets a little spitty. Anyway, so then Dave had to educate the legally adept Witsit in the fact that, oh my gosh, dogs, get out of there. Don't play underneath the desk. I think the audio is mono. Anyway, so Dave had to explain to the legally adept Witsit that ALE would never be the one to file that suit.
Which is you then have legal grounds to say it's true. He was agreeing with ALE. It's not about to reach that.
Okay, Icy Spin, are you gonna, if you're gonna render the whole video and audio together, that'd be awesome. So let me do this. I'm gonna play the beginning hard to hear audio again and see if we could get good clear of what he said here.
So let's infuse what you find a piece from it about me. So let's infuse what you find a piece from it about me. So let's infuse what you find a piece from it about me.
I don't know if that helped me. What I don't know what he said there.
So let's infuse what you find a piece from it about me.
Yeah, that doesn't help. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. That was worse. All right.
So that's true.
So then, in good faith, it's a no-brainer. You would sign your name, personal agreement, reiterating it.
Good faith, yes, to sign a different agreement that is not the same as the one. No, not at all. Not good faith.
If it was identical,
so if the agreement was not your asking us to do, the agreement was that I, MC2, agreed to abide strictly by the AFI, not stating anything else, just saying that you get going to abide to the AFI guidelines.
Let's explain. We are really trying to be good faith as much as things spun around, because it says we can object to any of it. It actually says that if you guys pulled out a wide angle cam and I'm in it, that if I object to it, you can't use it. But we're not trying to do that.
Yeah. So that's what that new contract says, which isn't something the ALE contract says. So they're trying to add this extra thing, right? This is all Witsit. He wrote this. That a wide angle shot, which the ALE contract specifically allows, he's saying they added to this one that it won't be allowed if they object. And they're like, oh, we're just trying to be good faith. What? No, that's above and beyond what ALE said. And so then you could just say no to everything. That's just a wide angle shot.
It does. It said unless they object to it.
Not just or are you talking about the form? So the bit there that says ALE does not permit guests to be filmed without their express written consent. Releases are not required for wide angle. Keep reading. Yeah, all guests in public space is at our camps unless they specifically object.
Okay.
So we specifically object.
This is written pretty cutthroat.
When do you specifically object?
Right here, it's
can we specifically object to ever be in any of your films?
We're actually trying to meet you in the middle.
We're not saying we don't expect. Right. Well, it's just like we would not want you to do that, because then if I'm wearing a chest cam, then I have to make sure.
I'm not going to put either one of you guys in any of my videos.
Otto. I mean, you're right, Otto.
You also know we're not going to be You don't object, right? You do know. You don't know. You guys all know that we don't do that. We don't even.
Oh, we don't do that. You guys all know that we don't do that.
None of my providers even care if you guys care. I've ever mentioned. I do think our audience really cares that you guys. Jared, critical thinking. Jared,
Sammy McBride says, sounds like Witsit knew he was going to be debunked with the 24-hour sun and he didn't want to be humiliated by the Globe crowd. Yeah. Yeah. Now this was the 12th. They got there the 11th. So the night of the 11th, they saw the sunset, and then they saw it go across the horizon. They saw the light go across the horizon from right to left. And already they were scratching their heads like going, oh, that's not looking good. And then of course the next night they saw that again and again, right? All 3 nights they saw that. So by the time they got on the plane, they're like, we're just going to see a continuation of that, except that it will be higher in the sky. So, how do you edit out the pool of tears at his feet? All right, let me get a few super chats in here. So iSolder74 says, how did he embarrass himself? Well, it's been hard days for Witsit, hard days. Tim Davidson says, I have a pet termite named Clint. Clint eats wood. Oh my gosh. I hope you got that. Mr. E-Man gifted 5 memberships. Thank you for that, Mr. E-Man. Very nice. Addicted to Gaming says, can't wait to see McKeegan's video. Yes, the top left video, the very, very dirty, using the cute factor. Not fair. Chris, the German spy, gifted 5 memberships. Thank you for that, Chris, the German spy. I didn't know German spies were fans of the channel. Glad to see it. Lord Illuminous Pooh says, I can't breathe. There's a horse in my nose. I have nasal congestion. I'll see myself out. Where do you get these? Do you have a book? You have a book of bad jokes? You just like, oh, Toon is live. Let me type this one in. Monkey Cat Pat Pat says, does this super chat help? I think this was when the video was choppy. Let me look at my where'd it go? Did I might have minimized that window. The analytics. Anyway, nope. Icy Spin says, I've never known flat earthers to cherry pick. Oh my gosh, that's all they do. Lord Illuminous Pooh says, I got a text from my girlfriend saying she wanted to break up. I was so relieved when she texted me a few minutes later saying, sorry, wrong number. Good for you, Lord Illuminous Pooh. She's sticking with you and not the other ones. Astrocate Sathik says, Witsit, who hangs out with white supremacists and makes anti-Semitic statements, now demands excessive decency from others? Outrageous. Oh, yeah. Now, I wonder, one of the people that he had been hanging out with before TFE, of course, was Dustin Nemos. Dustin, who is definitely was influencing a lot of that horrible stuff from Witsit. Now, they've had some falling out since then because Dustin, of course, being a proper cult member, has accused Witsit of it all being fake. And they even had a debate on it. Like, seriously. I was there, you weren't. You could go. You are allowed to go there. How do you argue that? Just go there. It was all fake. Just go there. So anyway, thank you, Astro Kate. M2M says the question would need to be asked of me as far as court. Of course, I'd give up anything for my kids, no hesitation, not even for a microsecond. Most normal people would. Yeah. Yes. Are you saying that he should give up an ideology for his kids? Yes. Are you saying he shouldn't? You're sick. Isider74 says he wouldn't let anything go. Lord Luminous Pooh says, okay. That's it. Okay. All right. This one starts a little suspect. Lord Luminous Pooh says, sexually I arrived early. She said it happens to a lot of guys. I said, who are these guys? And if it's happened to a lot of us, maybe you're the connection. Oh my God. Oh, Brenda creates his Austin with the Riker pose. Yeah, he's got his leg up. That's what. Yeah, but Austin doesn't play trombone that well. Jack Fetter says, for a guy who literally went to Antarctica and did little more than convert oxygen to carbon dioxide, he really is just whining like a little girl. Oh yeah, but this was pre. This was when he's like, hey, Jaren, should we tell him the good news? That this is good. This is going to be good no matter what, because it's good for flat Earth. Because it's going to be good. Steve Ravel says, OMG, does he ever stop whinging? Sorry. Does he ever stop whinging? Poor pup. No, he does not. Monkey Cat Pat Pat says, all I see is Will Duffy, the principal, trying to solve high school beef in the cafeteria. The patience Will has is incredible. Oh my gosh. Real Cygnus. Not hold on. X Illusion X. Gaming with Everyone for $20 says, bro, take my money for the video. You deserve it. I don't even cuss, bro. It's my new favorite jam. Thanks so much for everything you do. I actually use your stuff to help my students learn critical thinking. You're the best. Thank you so much for that. Gaming with Everyone. I appreciate that. Eric Burns says, Eclipse Times Eastern. Penumbral begins 11:57, which in Central is 12:57. Partial begins at 1:09. Total begins at 2:26. Of course, that's the really cool part. So 2:26 is when you'll see a shadow begin. That's Eastern time. 1:26 Central. Okay, so for me, and then total ends at an hour later about. So thank you for that, Eric Burns. Yeah, all of the United States gets to see it. It's pretty cool. If it's not if we're not cloudy. So I'm gonna bring the where is it? Yeah, it's down there, right there. That's right there. That's the P1000 right there. And the battery, I'll bring the battery. Where's it at? Right up here. I'm going to use this to point. It's right there. That's the battery. See that? That's the battery. Because I have a pass-through battery in the P1000 because the batteries just get chewed up. Kango44 says, what a whiny little bitch. Does he not have any self-respect? I thought he's flat Earth. Geocentric BS was embarrassing, but this is next level cringe. What a loser. Yeah. Jack Fetter says super chat equals his net worth. No option for 99 cents. Ted Park says for $2 Canadian, do you have a link for direct donations? Cash App is the one that has the least overhead, and that's just MCTOON, MC Tune. If you want to do that, yeah, because PayPal takes a bit. PayPal's is a credit card fee, so it's like 3%. YouTube takes more than that, so that's right. Anyway, yeah, that's it. It's just $ Cash App. So the conspiracist is here, dude. He's got something coming soon. Very exciting. When is that? When's that coming? Do you have a date yet, conspiracist? All right, Icy Spin says DM. All right. So is this... All right. It is download. I think it's the entire thing here, right? It's a good size, 2.5 gig. Okay. Downloading. All right. I'll swap it in. Hopefully by the time I'm caught up on the super chats here. Kango44 says, ooh, Kango's getting on. This is good. Witsit whining about slander when every word out of his effing mouth, our mouth, is how every astronaut and scientist is a liar. Oh, my goodness. So yeah, I had to for some reason, Chrome puked again. Okay. How every astronaut and scientist is a liar, pointing out to him that he's a compulsive liar is not slander. Yes, that is correct. 100% correct. Right now, fortunately, he has gotten absolutely slapped around by the flat Earth community. It's been absolutely funny to watch. So sad, not sad at all. Yeah, it's been great watching that happen. So they are a cult, and he's still in the cult. That's the thing, right? He didn't have a little bit of self-reflection and said, wait a second, these people are dumb. He didn't do that. Why? Yeah, the truth is never slander. Absolutely, Barry F. You I think that's one of the requirements of slander, is that it can't be true. Addicted to Gaming says, it's awesome that your wife supported this. That's a great relationship. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, of course. All relationships have their things, but yeah, I really appreciate her, and we do a lot together. We do. Through working at home. I'm in the office now, but through working at home, it was totally great. Like, some people, like, I saw them after, some people I work with, he's like, yeah, that didn't work. I'm divorced now, right? Like, whoa. I had no idea. Like, woof. All right. Big Juju says, Nitwitless waited till halfway across the dirt frisbee to the magic ice ring to strong arm the trip into controlling the narrative. How delusional. Now, let me make this clear. I did not get this part on camera where Austin's like, well, if you don't do this, we're not going. And Will said, okay. I didn't get that on camera. I'm so sad I missed that. But did this camera get it? See that camera there? I don't know. I don't know if John Marindi got that or not. Right? That camera right there. It would have been great if he did. So normally John would be distributing my wireless microphones around, and he wasn't at this time. So I kind of think that he didn't, because the other thing is Ailey had asked us not to record the orientation. And so we did not record the orientation. It's done, so we could record again, but I didn't see John over there on that camera. So I might have the only recording of it. All right, let's see if this... Okay. Finish downloading. Let me get it over here. We got Lisa says, Tad in chat wrote, a man who represents himself has a witsit for a client. Spelled it a little differently than I pronounced it. More perfect words have never been written. Oh yeah, witsit is so legally adept. Careful, everybody. He's legally adept. Do you want to know how I know he's legally adept? Because he said it. How can you argue that? He said he's legally adept, therefore he's legally adept. Mr. E-Man says, good doggy, let's go walkies. You want to go on a walk? Want to go to walk? Yeah, they're wagging their tails. Thank you, Mystery Man. They're super excited now. We got Huge R says, German pies. What's German pie? German pies. I don't know what German pies are. I don't know that. I missed the context. Hold on. That Peter Barkley says, my wife just said that shot makes it look like Critical Think has a tiny arm. It's oh my gosh. Look at that's not his arm. That's McKeegan's arm. That's so funny. Okay. Okay. General Ishada says, I miss my ex daily. My aim is improving though. Oh, General. No. Ted Park says, do you have a link for direct donations? Okay, Ted. Yeah, there. I gave you that. Oh my gosh. Dogs. I'm like holding Donkey's collar because he's so excited. He's always so excited. Okay. Huge R says you were talking about German spies earlier. Oh, spies, pies. Got it. Okay. Icy Spin says now you can hear the whiny little bitch more clear. So, all right. I'll let's see where I'm at 2159 on the original. Let's see what we got here. 2159. All right. There you go. So there's where we left off. So let me finish these here. We got Isider74 says Witzit's ego won't let him quit. And yes, that's it. Now, did you notice earlier, right? He's like, he's been saying all this time that he's giving up flat earth and going globe. Well, there's two reasons I did that. Number one, because he just kept talking about the globe, like all of his stuff, like when he was in debates and he's like, just geocentric, the Earth's not moving. He used the whole geocentric playbook from Robert Sungenis and other geocentrists. That's what he said. Well, right, that was number one. Number two, this is a good one. For what's happening right now, right? Witzit doesn't want me to be able to say, I was right. And so if Witzit goes geocentric globe now, you know what I will be saying? I was right. And if he quits flat earth completely, what do I say? I was right. Right? Now, the difference between Austin and Jaron is a gulf of difference, a Gulf of America sized difference. Jaron has been just humble about it and has been, forthcoming and looked at things honestly and said, yep, that doesn't work for flat earth. Let me look into this more. And then he was coming around like unprompted by me, maybe somewhere else, somebody else, or maybe just on his own. Like, wait a second, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That does like all these things just started to cascade in Jaron's head. I'm like, dude, you go. You're on fire. I'm just sitting there with all of you in the crowd. Like it's like he got a snowplow and he went through the, I'm not even gonna say like if went into took the snowplow through the crowd of flat earthers. Just knocking them out all over the place. Okay. Ted Park says for 15 Canadian, says Cash App isn't available here in the App Store. Hope this helps. Well, thank you very much. Yes, that does help very much. Yeah, everybody, it's tough to transfer money without a slice getting taken out of it. So, hi puppy. So penguin definitely loves to nuzzle. Like she's poking my leg right now. Borgapori says, Dapper Dinosaur, ever thought of doing a stream with MC Toon? It'd be fun to see the two of you together. I would love it. Dapper Dinosaur is awesome. So maybe we can do something. I gotta say, I am completely out of my depth in the skill that Dapper Dinosaur has. It's absolutely not my thing. If you go on the scale of the Dunning-Kruger scale, right? Across the bottom is your competence. I'm on the far left side, and I know it. I'm on the bottom left. I don't know anything about that topic hardly at all. So I'd love to hear and do something. So what could we do together? I'm up for it, Dapper. Okay. Eddie Reese says, Principal Duffy, Vice Principal McKeegan, and MC Toon, the science teacher who put a dunce cap on Whitson in class, is thoroughly enjoying this. Oh yeah. I love that. Flurfology comes with looks like this is some ASCII values here. 76, 111, 114. Let me convert. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. It says Jamar for top, Lord Jamar for top left. Very nice, hidden in plain sight Flurfology. I love that. Is Dapper here? Where are you at? Are you there it is. I have thought about it. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. There it is. Maybe you could come with something to review from some some person that you like to review or deal with. Dapper Dinosaur says, oh, look at this, for $5. Dude, you're going to make me blush, and I don't even have the capacity for that. I'll email you. Remind me of that email. It's mctoon@mctoon.net. Try to keep it pretty simple. The one challenge is .net instead of .com. There is a .com. It's a cartoon artist that has passed away, and her kid re-upped the domain for like 10 years. Like, oh, come on, let it go. But they did. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna roll in there and say, hey, let me splash down a big thou on you and take that from under you. Like, no. So anyway, Lord Aluna's Poo says Trump wants to lower the age to be president to 34. Just Google Trump Rule 34 to learn more. No, Lord Aluna's Poo, that's a no. If you're unfamiliar with Rule 34 of the internet, then you're a better person than I am. Storm Chaser Patrick Pineda says, I am in Iowa for tomorrow's significant expected dangerous severe weather outbreak. If you're in the Midwest, please be weather aware tomorrow and have a tornado plan. Really? Oof. Well, I'm going to have to look at that. We're supposed to have, oh yeah, look at that. We're supposed to have ultimate practice tomorrow. Outside, of course. It's been warm enough. King Ed the Fifth says, are you gonna view the lunar eclipse tonight? Yes, I plan on it. I'm gonna record it with the trusty P1000. And hopefully there's no clouds. Addicted to Gaming says, I'll catch you later, Toon. I got to get my telescope to hopefully get some pretty pics of the blood moon. Good night. God bless and keep up the good work. Thank you for that. Very much addicted to gaming. This is, of course, every eclipse is one more time that we get to remind the flat earthers that they don't have anything. They did not predict the eclipse using flat earth geometry. Only the globe can do that. Every single time. Jiffy Cone says, I've been watching YouTube since it was called Google Video. Please help me. They won't let me leave. I've been locked in this room for years. And Moon Apparition Para says, good morning from FDFE Birth Town, Scotland, Southmead, not Scotland, Southmead, Bristol. And somebody else had asked, what is Craig's status? He sent me a video earlier today of them in the new place. So they're in the new place. So they've moved their boxes and stuff, but apparently there is a problem with some of the utilities, and they were working on people were working on it. So, and I think the walls need to be painted. I mean, there's a lot of work to do. They got a lot ahead of them. It's a hassle to move houses. Kind of on just because they had to, because of the old house was damaged. So it's inconvenient timing. It was unplanned. Across town, he says it's a nicer place. It's a nicer area. All that's good. But I think Violet needs to change to a different school. So that's not ideal. But, kids are resilient like that. And if you've seen his daughter a bit, she's been on camera here and there. She's pretty, she's a whippersnapper. She is full of life. She's a lot of fun. So, all right. Jiffy Cone says, in this economy, 2 girls are forced to share 1 cup, and I'm frankly disgusted by this. Oh my gosh. And if you don't get that, you're a better person than me. Back to this here. Let's hear if the audio is improved.
So I'm trying to remember. To be honest, there's a little difference because if you guys coming down here and saying, "Look, we're going to look at the flat earthers be humiliated," right? Okay, we don't know. That's what we can look at. What we're saying is that we actually think we're doing a stand-up. We actually think we're doing something beneficial to the entire conversation. I agree. So that's what we honestly genuinely sort of great visiting guys.
So we have everything to lose. The one thing that I made a commitment to everyone in the community is that I will not be in all of rocks.
Because that's the community's problem. They didn't want to.
Yeah. Austin has been super proud. His pride is, I will not be part of a hit piece. Is this audio better? What do you think? Max says audio's worse. I'm not, yeah. But Austin's like, I'm not going to be part of a hit piece. He's so excited about it, that it's not going to be a hit piece. The fact is that TFE is a hit piece. And the hit piece is the fact that the sun does 24-hour circles overhead. The faces, not the deal. That's not what it's about. The hit piece is simply the headline: 4 flat earthers went to Antarctica, saw the 24-hour sun. That's it. That's it. That's the beginning and ending of it. It's impossible on the dirt pizza. And if you don't know, right? Here's their map. For 160 years, this has been their map. And we were there. And the sun, they say, does this. And so you'd always have to look toward the middle, toward north. Toward north to see it. But we saw the sun south of us. It did circles around us like this while we were there. If the sun is doing circles this direction here, how could it do circles this direction here? Makes no sense. Chrome is having trouble. So yes, I'm going to switch back to the previous one.
They wish nobody came on the strip.
We took all the heat from them and we said
They
we're
wish
not going to let you be
they wish that you guys would stagger by yourself so that they could accuse people and there would be no backup evidence. Right? We are saying, no, we'll go there, we'll get them exactly back, we'll record.
honestly.
Honestly, exactly. Okay. But by doing so, we don't think that we should be subject to hit pieces because we did the right thing.
Here? Or even just rubbing it like this distasteful rubbing it in your face.
That's fair.
And none of that happened, right?
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, the what did happen? Oh, is it? It's not on screen. Oh, hold on. All right, I didn't have it on screen. The part of it that is the bad look for flat earthers is not the 24-hour sun. It's not any of what we did on the snow, on the ice in Antarctica. None of it. It's all the stuff around it. It's the idiots attacking themselves. That's the absolute irony of the whole thing is flat earth has just ripped itself up over this. Like they're super aggressively committed to lying about it. Right? They're just so aggressively committed to lying about it, claiming it was fake. Like it's such a desperation move. People can go there. It's not. Oh. I love that they're doing this. And that part of the reason why, I have to say, I've been a little standoffish on debunking those things is to let them just tear each other up. Right. So now I think it's been long enough and I can do that. So Eric Burns says, I think Veritas needs to do a part 2 to his Flat Earth video about Flat Earth's reaction to TFV. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So.
And we think that there's reasons why people believe.
Now, I'm going to say, a lot of people on the website really do want us to do what you're saying.
So Critical Thing saying a lot of people want us to do what they're accusing us of wanting to do.
They ask for it, right? Yes. But if we honour that agreement, we don't have to worry about what they want. We've duty down, follow the agreement.
That's the point of the document. He's going to check the spot.
Can't this just be an opportunity for all of us? Because like, I'm a content creator, I'm the most unknown person. I took a lot of heat within my community.
So Lisbeth is saying she's not well known, right? She's in a community on Clubhouse, so that's all the only place it extends to, and she's already taken a lot of heat for going. Tells you a lot about flat earthers.
Flat earthing and everything. Why can't this be an opportunity for all of us? Like, that's why I put it in the chat for us to show the people that call you the grifters, shows the government agents that we do have a moral compass, that we do.
So she's saying, yeah, the people that call us grifters, shills, government agents, are them? I don't know. Anyway, that they do have a moral compass. Okay.
We have empathy, that we are humans, and that we can come and objectively document, the footage and just bring back the evidence to our respective communities. Like that's the higher purpose of all of this.
Okay, Clubhouse is a social media platform. It is primarily just on mobile phones, and it is audio only. There is a little bit of a side chat. It's not super good. And you can't do things like share pictures, and you can't share links. Well, you can share links, but people are on phones, so they don't click links because then you'd go out of the app. So that's where she got her start. Now, of course, she is co-hosting for Mark Sargent, completely torpedoing her entire future. If anybody ever Googles her name, she'll come up as the co-host with a Flat Earther. How are you going to get hired, Lisbeth?
I agree. My only concern is with the wordings. We agree with it. The ALE one, that we all agreed to.
Oh, yeah.
So Dave says he's concerned with the wording of the new contract. We agreed with the ALE one, but this one's different.
Exactly what you already described. As far as I'm concerned, we are already all bound to that agreement that once we get to Antarctica, we can't go sticking around as anything in space is. Sure. without them. You know, if I do start filming you, then you did the page.
Yeah, but you can see, like, if we had just gone and not said anything, as uncomfortable as this is, if we had just not said anything, either he didn't care or he didn't know it was in there. So either way, we would have immediately been filmed. Every second of it would have been camera in our face. So now we have to.
Man, he has got such a massive ego. It would have been every second of it with the camera in our face. No. When we got there, we got to work. We had stuff to do. We were putting in the camera in the sun's face. We didn't care about you, Austin. All of us, there were 9 of us there. 8 of us were working diligently to get stuff set up, and 1 person was wandering around not knowing what the hell to do. One guess who that was.
Ruin the trip live during the trip. We have to make a whole ordeal about it. So we're trying to, like, literally do what's right. Even though it's uncomfortable, trying to address it with the elephant in the room that we know about and maybe everyone doesn't know about.
That's fine, but maybe you know, it could have just been a simple case of is everyone clear that this is what the A. Well, because we were being sent, and here's a contract, and I don't think it's been.
Yeah, now Dave's pretty reasonable. He's like, why didn't you just bring up and say, are you all aware that the ALE contract says this, instead of trying to get an additional contract?
Yeah, we were just being sent video clips of Toon basically saying he's going to do what we said it to everybody wouldn't have. So we told people, no, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about that because they can't even film us against our wishes, and we have final edit approval here, so everything's fine. But then we're being shown people are saying, no, he is going to. It's the whole point of dinner.
First dinner.
Yeah, you could have brought it up earlier.
First dinner,
we
first
went to
dinner.
dinner, and then very first thing that happened was the camera.
I mean, like a long time, more time before the
We've said
trip.
it since day one.
Okay.
No, you could have brought it up with the team.
Well, basically, what Toon was telling me was like, well, they don't have a contract with me.
Right, that's what he was saying. Toon made it clear from the outset that he was going to be filming, but he was going to have that camera.
So everyone went and funded it because they thought, wow, they think they're protecting the contract.
One person funded this, just one.
The ALE, no, we're doing the tracks. To on top, that doesn't apply to conservation, it applies to actually on the ALE's care going to the top. So all I'm saying.
Well, they require us to be here 2 days before. Right, sorry. We've been pretty chill, right? I sat there and had a debate with you guys, seeing videos. I agreed to an impromptu conversation today on video.
Is probably what could have avoided all this is that you just say too.
Well, sounds good, bro. Just Google my name.
Sounds good, bro. Just Google my name. Does he Googles his own name often?
Name beside my tune and see what he's had to say about my project. It sounds good.
Austin, I don't care.
That's the problem.
Right, I can understand your concerns about him getting in your face in Antarctica going, oh, what do you think of the story for our son, right? I'm not saying he will, but I can understand you having that concern. What he already has in agreement with ALE that says he can't do that. Whether he's aware of it or not, or if you think he wasn't aware of it, all I'm saying is you could have just said to him, you are aware that people are sending over these clips saying this is what you are going to do.
iSatter74 says, these fools plan nothing, then did nothing but complain. Jaron did. Jaron did not plan nothing. He planned a good amount. Austin, to my knowledge, had no idea until like 2 days before that he was even going. He totally forgot. He's like, oh yeah, I'm doing that. I should bring. Yeah, he brought his Insta360 X3 camera, but to my knowledge, he did not test it ahead of time. I don't think he had a memory card, so he had to buy a memory card down in Punta Arenas. He brought a GoPro. He did have a GoPro strapped to him for some of the time. I don't know if he ever released the footage, if he had it. For reference, I have been uploading video to archive.org. So there is already some up there on archive.org, and I ran into a problem. I had to backtrack, and I'm putting more up there. But you can find it already on there. You'll find the final experiment up there. So, let's see. Okay.
You are aware that the ALE agreement that you agreed to says you can't do that.
But it just further solidifies a personal agreement to reiterate it.
Yeah, I mean, so he's been doing like a countdown to Flirps on Ice.
Yeah, Flirps on Ice. Oh, darn it. I've been doing a countdown to Flurfs on Ice.
Right. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're actually
I wasn't being mean in it.
we're actually doing a good thing by being here. Right. So there shouldn't be a countdown to Flurfs on Ice. I mean, if he wants to go after people who have declined going, David Weiss didn't go because he says that you're a demon.
Is there anything bad about Flirts on Ice?
Yeah, it's not just a super good faith and nice show.
All right. I don't. What did he say? What did Austin say in response to that? Is there anything not good about Flurfs on Ice? Let's listen again.
We're actually doing a good thing by being here. Right. So there shouldn't be a countdown to Flurfs on Ice. I mean, if he wants to go after people who have declined going, David Weiss didn't go because he says that you're a demon.
Is there anything bad about Flirts on Ice?
Yeah, it's not just a super good faith and nice show.
But, I mean, it's just...
Something good faith in my show?
There's no bad about it. Are you kidding me? Are you watching scum? There's nothing bad about it?
No. Well, yeah, what's bad about it?
Every one of you flat earthers
you're giggling because you're...
So hold on a second, Austin.
Every one of you flat earthers, the line scum. That wasn't in the Flurfs on Ice thing. He's going back to something else, right? But I mean, what's wrong? He's whining. Oh, he said something about me that I didn't like. Oh, too bad. You lied. You accused all astronauts of being liars. How's that different, Austin? You lying scum.
I get what you're saying right now, but you know that flat earthers call us lying scum every day.
Do we? Sure, my comments.
Yes.
The difference is I don't. Do I call
Austin specifically calls astronauts liars.
you lying scum?
Yeah.
I'm always throwing it out.
If you were to say you had a problem with me because you think that I called you a name, that would be wrong. I haven't said anything. I don't need globe earthers in my footage to show people what really happened. You let people come to their own beliefs based off of what's actually seen in the real world. Right?
You're making a good point, but it's hard because we are experiencing this daily from the flat Earth side. You guys are experiencing daily from the globe side.
Yeah, but we get like super censored and suppressed. I'll get propped up. If you take FV out of Mattoon's life, his channel is non-existent.
I think that's a good point. If you took Flat Earth out, if Flat Earth was gone, my channel would be non-existent. I'm okay with that. If every flat earther if I woke up tomorrow morning and every flat earther is like, I'm out, I'd be like, oh, good. I could find some other topic to cover, or I could just say, well done. It's just okay. I will still go and write email filtering software. I will still go do whatever I do with my family. Right? I don't need, this is what Witsit, this is beautiful. I don't need Flat Earth. But you know what Witsit needs? Well, not anymore. What Witsit needed up till this point, Witsit needed Flat Earth. Because up until this point, Witsit got funded by Flat Earthers. Right? And if Flat Earth went away, where would Austin's income go? Now, certainly he has other stuff, but Flat Earth was his thing. It hasn't been since then. That's that, and he says this a lot. He's said this about me, and other Flat Earthers say that about us Globers in general, the content creators. Like, without Flat Earth, your channels would be nothing. Okay, fine. I'm okay with that. Will you all, here, pinky promise to all quit tomorrow. Will you? I will happily take that. That's a win. How's that not great? That's awesome. I want that to happen. Almost a year ago, Will and I started talking about TFE, and Will had asked and asked to get all the Globers together, and I'm like, hey, I can help arrange some of that. And so there was a Zoom call, and in the Zoom call was a whole bunch of the content creators, a whole bunch of us. And as this call is coming together, I'm looking at that. I'm like, these people are willingly trying to end their income on this topic. That's what that meeting was. People that were willing to destroy the thing that earns them money. Right? It's not my primary income source, but it is Craig's. Right? And Craig was willing. Think about this. Think about this for a second. And Simon Dan was in too, right? I don't know how much of his income is his channel, right? And he doesn't just do Flat Earth, but think just for Craig. Think for Craig. He sat there backing TFE from the beginning, 100% in. He never questioned it. He never wondered, oh no, what? No, always 100% in. Knowing full well that if it was 100% successful, he didn't have anything. He didn't, I don't think he laid in bed at night wondering, well, I wonder if I should do this, right? Creaky Blinder too, right? Huge part of his income, huge part of what he does, right? I don't know what he does other than content creation, but he was all in, knowing full well that if it was 100% successful, all that's gone, right? And all of them, I don't know. Stringfella Hog, to be fair, I'd listen to you read bad jokes all night. And all of us know, if Flat Earth completely dries up, well, there's other stuff we can do, right? We're not stranded. Intelligent people, skilled people are never out of the ability to find stuff to do, right? So I have zero concern about Craig or Creaky being able to fill their channel with interesting and awesome content that's worthwhile to watch and engage with without Flat Earth, right? I'm using them as examples because I know a large portion of what they do is related to it. So, yep. Sammy McBride says, did you make anything from that website you shared for the Flurfs to to place bets on the 24-hour sun? I did make money on that. There was a Flat Earther that came in late and dropped a chunk, not a lot, but dropped a chunk on there. I'm like, what? Oh, it's so crazy. Yeah, and there's, I think Earthshine or somebody was giving me crap. He's like, you're just taking money from them. I'm like, well, yeah. I thought about that for a bit. Like that Jack Cushman Harrer guy who wanted to bet $5,000 and then, on Lake Tahoe and then didn't actually really want to bet, never put money in escrow, never wrote the contract, never did anything. Like, would I take $5,000 from him? Absolutely 100% I would. Yeah, I would not feel bad about it at all. The guy's out there just trash talking that kind of stuff. Yes, I'll take it. And he can be humiliated. And I have this offer to Flat Earthers. Flatties, very serious about this. Any of you that think that there was any fakery involved in the trip to Antarctica, this is open to all of you. Let's go there this year, December 14 to 18, the same trip, the same location, the same organization. We'll go. If the sun sets, I will pay you $100,000. We both stand there. We both watch with our own eyes. And if the sun sets, I'll pay you $100,000. I will have that money in escrow before we go. And also, since you are so confident that you're right, you will place $100,000 in escrow. And if the sun circles for 24 hours a day, you pay me the $100,000. That's how confident I am in my position. Are there any Flat Earthers that are confident like that? There are not. I have made the offer to many, many Flat Earthers. I've put it on my website. I got screenshots of them backing out. Now, the question on topic here, would I feel bad taking $100,000 from any of these Flat Earthers? The Flat Earthers that are out there saying the things that they've said about it, would I feel bad about David Kane losing $100,000 because he's been out there being an absolute piece of human filth? No, not for 1 second. I would take $100,000 from him with zero guilt. Maybe other people would disagree. What about Eric Dubay? Well, now he's got no balls, but if yeah, I would take it in a second. Absolutely. 100%. What if Darth? Nah, easy. Dino, yep. 100%. I'd take that. Yep. Right in my pocket. We'll have a little mercy and give it. No. I'll have some mercy and I'll give 10% to a charity. There you go. I'll do that. Easy. What about King Nico? Yes. But he's financially, yeah, fine. He can shut his stupid face hole. Yeah. John Sandin says, be nice to say my work is done once Flat Earth is no more. It is, the problem is, here's the challenge though, I gotta be honest. Flat Earth is a gill net for horrible people. You go to my Facebook page, you look at all the horrible people that are congregating on there, and also note the absolute complete lack of any other flat earther in there saying, wait a second, you people are horrible. Why are you treating other people so badly? Go to my X. Go look there. Flat Earth is a gill net for awful, terrible, horrible people and dumb people, right? If you think the Earth is flat, you're dumb, right? You've got something going on. There's some people have escaped. And as I've noted, there's been a couple waves of different things that have happened, and it's been a distillation process. And I think TFE is the biggest distillation that's happened to Flat Earth. And some of the big names that are the long-standing people have left. And it's left some very loud, horrible people. Right? No question, Nathan Oakley is terrible. Nathan Thompson is terrible. They're awful people. Flatsoid, he can't stop lying. Nico, garbage. Dave Kames, some awful person, right? All the people on my Facebook page, oh my gosh, they're terrible people. And the good ones. What about the good Christian ones like Shelley Lewis? What about her? She's such a good Christian. Well, you know what she's not been doing? She's not been on my Facebook page. She was on last week, but she's not been on my Facebook page. They're saying to the other flat earthers that were mingled in with her comments when she was on my Facebook page last week. She was not in there saying to them, what are you doing? Why are you saying this? Right? Of the same faith, right? People that Shelley shares the same faith with and are also flat earthers are saying these disgusting, horrible things. She wasn't in there saying, stop it, people. No, she wasn't. So, yeah, I don't, my sympathy dries up when I see that. So, Umbra contact in 1 minute. So the Umbra will be when the moon goes into it's a little darker, right? Little less sun. That's pretty cool. So what do we got? We've got an hour and 20 minutes until it goes into the full shadow. So all right. Let me got some super chats here. We got Jack Fetter says, hopefully Earth's shadow won't be the thin profile. And think about, there's nothing. What, the sun's here, the moon's here. What's in between? Nothing. There's nothing there. Oh, there's a mythological Indian Hindu celestial body there. Really? Where's the evidence for it? Well, it's written in Hindu holy books. Good. I'm going to ignore that. Do you have any evidence for it? No. Nope. Isider74 says a hit piece was saying what actually happened. Yes. Lord of Luminous Poo says Matt Walsh, idiot, asks what's a woman. Good thing he doesn't ask what is a man, because the only answer he'd get is a miserable little pile of secrets. I don't get that. A miserable little pile of secrets. I don't know much about Matt Walsh. Sorry. Algorithm says for $20, we should all have dirt cake to celebrate the demise of the flat earth. Dirt cake is layers of cream cheese, vanilla pudding, whipped cream, and crushed Oreos built up in a flower pot and served with a trowel. That is sounding really good to me right now. Cream cheese, vanilla pudding, whipped cream, and crushed Oreos. Oh man, that is good. Talk dirty. Stringfella Hawk says, to be fair, I'd listen to you read bad jokes all night. Jimmy Madison 42 says, after TFE, flurfs have turned into chuds. Cannibalistic underdome humanoid dummies. Oh, all right, Brenda, are you still there? What's it like outside in Minnesota here? Is it cloudy? Chuds. Your pal Al says, happy Pi Day. That's right. It's Pi Day and it's an eclipse. How special that is. John Sandlin says, be nice to say my work is done once flat earth is no more. It would. And so that was my response to that is it's got some value. The value being that they self-identify. I had been posting for the last couple of days on X that, flat earth is a way for dumb people to self-identify. And guess what happened? A bunch of dumb people came and started attacking me, of course. And I'm like, well, show your evidence for this. If you can't, you are agreeing with my initial point. I asked, without deflecting, without lying, without providing nonsense garbage, explain how we know what time the moon will go into the shadow using flat earth. If you can't, you are self-identifying as dumb. Because we can with the globe. Right? It's not a refutation to post a video of nonsense talking about the globe. How do you do it for flat earth? We totally do it with using the globe. Eddie Reese says, did you hear about the guy who thought the moon was flat? It was a difficult phase for him. Oh my. Yes, bad dad joke book or something. Icy Spin says, Marty leads in his Gnostic church. Wow, just wow. Is he yeah, I mean, that's where Flat Earth Dave did his incredibly stupid the sun is a plasma ball. They did a plasma ball with military something. I don't know. Icider74 says Dave Weiss is a snake. He says what he thinks his marks want to hear. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you have seen the Real Hustle, a British TV series, about 6 seasons, a little more than that, super, super good TV series on how people get scammed, how all sorts of different stuff. Absolutely fantastic. And you watch that and then you watch Dave and you're like, oh, there, yup, that's it. Yep, that's Dave. It should be Siriusy in your area, my area as well. All right, so hopefully we can see it. All right, let's see. I got it. I got the one from Icy Spin. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. 28 minutes, 36 seconds. All right, 28 minutes, 36 seconds. See how the sound is here. All right, here we go.
Channel is non-existent. So it's just a different world. It's all good, but
oh, that's much better.
We want to just go and actually see what's happening. Yeah. Like, so our motivation to be here is like, yo, we're getting attacked from our own side in ways. It's inconvenient, but we appreciate the opportunity. It's rare. And like, let's actually just go see. We're just like, let's enjoy the trip and see. The other side's like, oh, we know for sure what happens.
Yes.
The benefit is to see how they are going to be humiliated. So, I mean, we need to just be real about it.
Hey, not everybody on both sides is wanting to see the other side wrong, okay? There's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with the fact that in real science, when scientists, they describe science, Neil deGrasse Tyson, all these guys describe science as, oh, scientists love to be wrong. Because they learn the truth. Well, they don't love to be wrong if their entire other side is going to be laughing at them and making hit pieces about them. So that wouldn't be fun to be wrong, right? But the idea of science is that doesn't include humiliation. It should include if you guys say one thing happens and we say another thing happens, we go, we observe, and then the person who's wrong takes responsibility to say, I was wrong.
I agree.
I was wrong. You were right. Now we move forward with the conversation, right?
I'm not going to get me in chat for mail fraud, a felony. You know, he's like, we're going to put everything on pause, and then like literally he did a whole series of hit pieces on me.
A whole series of hit pieces on me. Oh, he's so important to himself, isn't he? He tried to get me for mail fraud. It's right down here. I have it. Oh no, I moved it up there. I moved it top left. The actual.
I just need to know it's starting.
It's starting. Well, yeah, not the full. Yeah, that starts at 1:30. But yeah, thank you.
The mood is starting to be covered up.
Yeah. All right.
You know, saying I haven't been saying anything. So,
Can I give context to the clip you showed from Robot Polisher?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
That was after Joe Hill was on my show. Darren, you remember Joe Hill?
The guy you debated?
Yeah, at his church. Okay. And then Joe came to the church service the next morning that I gave the presentation. Joe told Darth that it was literally Satan worship. And so that was the word from Darth.
Okay.
So I had Joe come on, and I thought that was.
Are you guys upset with Darth for saying that?
What?
He said our church did Satan worship.
Right, he told me that. He said,
like, shouldn't you just be furious with him?
Well, I told him.
Isn't that like as bad? Are you not furious with him?
Well,
because I'm not actually defending they're saying that. You're defending, you're saying it, making excuses for it, running cover for it. You should be saying sorry.
Huh? I told Darth he's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I said I'm not saying the same thing.
Okay.
I said,
that makes sense.
I'm also allowed.
We both defended you to many, even though I actually think that you're more on his wavelength than he thinks. I still defend you.
Yeah.
And we called David out. We defended you many times. I can't even think of it. I know that he is.
I think that Mike should just agree right now on camera that he's not going to film you guys without your permission.
Well, I'll do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That to me is a complete fair ask.
Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and articulate our permission is like just scenery shot and stuff like that. Like we're in a group, everyone's outside.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah, I'm saying if he wants to actually film you talking, he has to ask you first.
Or just identify with likeness, not even just with audio, right? Like just because what they want to see is Jared and Austin's face, like, oh, it's there. And it's like, no.
Well, we all know that won't happen because if it's 2:30 a.m. and the sun's up, it won't. It's not a good thing.
Right.
It's a slow burn that takes 6 hours.
I think we'll have an idea fine, to be honest. So.
But we genuinely just want.
But I think here's what I'm afraid of is that for us to come down here, go through all this, and it's a pain in the ass and everything. It's going to be tripping my lifetime as well. But I'm just saying, what I don't want it to become is that people can ignore whatever we see in exchange for, oh, you're a shill because you went down and you were working with them and they got this. So then what is?
And that is definitely what happened with the flat earthers, but had nothing to do with any of us. They did accuse all of the flat earthers that went of being shills. Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
Right. So if there's a hit piece, that's 100% what they're going to say.
Right. And so I'm just saying we could prevent the outcome of this being nothing by being on the same team and not trying to throw each other under the bus.
I agree.
Then we present an actual factual event where there's not, rather than worry about, we didn't actually say that, they misrepresented us, we can actually say, no, what we saw, what he showed is truth, what we showed is truth, what everybody showed is truth.
All right, this might have a huge ask right now. I want you to seriously consider it. I think you should even agree that you won't put footage of them on your channels without their permission.
From the strip?
Yes.
I can do that.
Okay, that'd be huge.
So, Austin specifically asked me to play this clip in the thing that I posted at the very beginning on Kingdom in Context with Sean Griffin. So that's why I'm posting this. I took that as absolute permission for him to challenge me. I asked Jaron earlier today, make sure he was okay with it. He's like, whatever. He was okay with it. So there you go. There's really just that other one, and I won't use Austin's likeness in it.
A good step in good faith that we're here for facts, we're here for truth, we're here for moving the conversation forward. Because there's going to be flat earthers, regardless, either way, that are going to disagree with whatever we show. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm just trying to prevent them having extra reason. And if we have to start saying, well, that's a lie, and that's well, then if now we're just adding fuel to the fire, then nobody has to believe anything that we've shown.
And it's just much better that everyone's going there, and it's just like good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all just like excited to go. Yeah, it's just a group going to Antarctica.
Right.
Austin was not excited to go. He was a lump. Once we saw, there was a demeanor change in him once we saw the sun, like for that first day, right? By 10 o'clock, by midnight local time, which wasn't yet local solar midnight, but everybody's like, yep, it's gonna happen. It was a slow burn, absolutely. Like, we got to the place like between 9 and 10, and then we're just like walking around, and like, well, once we kind of got most of the stuff set up, the rest of us are like, well, yeah, it's going to do what we knew it was going to do. And I think Austin was, being the luggage he was just kind of standing around going, oh crap. Like he was in the shed there for a lot of it, like not knowing what to do. And I was outside doing stuff. So
we all need to be comfortable that we're not going to be taken out of context. And so I'm happy with this.
Because it makes it not a pleasurable event for anybody. Yeah. And regardless of if you're wrong or if we're wrong, somebody's going to be uncomfortable in that. Mm-hmm. Right?
On both sides, regardless of the outcome.
Right. So there's going to be something uncomfortable. And so it shouldn't be about that. Yes. It should be about moving forward, that we all have the knowledge of what happens in the stuff.
Yeah. How amazing would it be if we all come back with the same footage? Like, yeah. So what? We're all liars. They're going to say that too. Right. You're going to say that too. They're saying that regardless now that we already did this in July, in the Arctic Circle. So it really.
Sorry to interrupt.
We got to go.
Yes. We still have some things to swap. Boots for Austin. Yes. We have to swap their boots, right?
Yes. And you need my GPS unit.
Yes.
All right, there you go. That there was Kati. She was pretty good. So let's see. We got Larry Scott says 121 EDT first bite of the moon, weather perfect. Well, I'm going to head outside shortly myself. So let me see here. We got Icider74 says Whitsit has never toured a museum ship if he thinks he could carry around a mechanical gyro compass. No, they're huge. Larry Scott, I said, yeah, this is just starting there. So, okay, people. There it is. I'm going to put the link to this. I'm going to do the fixed audio that Icy Spin put up here. It is currently still uploading. Let's see, what am I going to call it here? Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link in there. The problem is it's not done uploading. So you won't be able to go grab it until it's done uploading, but I'll still put it in. So in the description. So you won't be able to download it yet, But if you want, you can get it from Icy Spin. And that's that. What did you think? What did you think? Well, let me just say thank you very much to everybody for what you did to make that trip possible. I have more coming now, and trying to work on getting the videos put together around each of the experiments. So, and yeah, I'll do a community post later, but it is, let's see, where is it at? It's 50% uploaded. So as soon as I stop my live stream, it will definitely speed up. So people, thank you very much. And I just got to remind you that Austin thought that he could get a little sob story going, and here's the story of it.
Duffy's going to do a stream at 12. He's going to do a stream at 2 a.m. And it's like Critical Thinks over there on his computer. McKeegan's on his computer. Everyone's got the Wi-Fi password, but they like refuse to give the flat earthers the Wi-Fi password. And that was the case for like 18 hours. Like
they set up that Starlink. The Globers had a plan, whispering secrets about Wi-Fi all across the land. Mark had the password, Duffy had it too. They told me wait a while, but man, that ain't true. Oh, I cried 18 hours, left me out in the cold. But I had that Wi-Fi quicker than I told. Trying to get your pity, spinning tails in my blues. But deep down, you all know I'm stretching the truth. M-Tune streamed at 2, Critical Think on his screen. McKeegan's on the Wi-Fi, living the bandwidth dream. They said they'd limit to keep their streams alive, but 1.5 hours in, I was online and thriving. Oh, I cried 18 hours, left me out in the cold. But I had that Wi-Fi quicker than I told. Trying to get it, spinning tails in my blues. But deep down, you all know I'm stretching the truth. They set me up in another camp. I tried to sell my plight. 7, maybe 8 hours, yeah, I twisted it all right. But Mark was cool. You slipped me the coast. Now I'm here singing lies, hoping your pity will last. Cried 18 hours, left me out in the cold. But I had that quicker than I told. Trying to get your pity, spinning tails in my blues. But deep down, you all know I'm stretching the truth. So if you hear my story, take it with salt. I wasn't left out in the cold. It's all my own fault. The blues ain't always on, don't sound fine. Even if my Wi-Fi blues are just a pack of lies.
And that was the case for like